Welcome back, everybody, to the Texas Stars Intermission Report as we're here live in Grand Rapids, and it's my pleasure to be joined by the Dallas Stars General Manager, Joe Nieuwendyk. Joe, thanks for a couple minutes of your time. Tell me a little bit about what you've seen from the Stars, not just tonight, but in their first 19 games of the season here in Texas.
Yeah, well, you know, we're approaching that 20-game mark, kind of the quarter pole. And I think, you know, we're a work in progress. We got a lot of young kids. We have 2 first-year goaltenders, a lot of young first-year players up front. So it just takes time to put it all together. These guys are learning how to play in a very tough league, and it's an extremely tough league this year with a lot of good players, NHL players that are playing down here.
From the goaltending perspective, what was it that you and the scouting staff saw in Christopher Nilstorp that made you want to take a look at maybe bringing him over from Sweden? He's played a bunch of years in the Elite League over there. Obviously has a bit of an adjustment period, but what really caught your eye in the scouting process?
Well, you know, we wanted to get a goaltender. We had a couple options, either to go with an older veteran goalie that could help Jack Campbell along, but I kind of wanted the competition, someone that could play and was hungry to play in the National Hockey League. And when our scouts kind of identified him over the last couple seasons, we had a good visit with him at the World Championships this past season. He was hungry to come over here and play, and says a lot about a kid who is doing pretty well in the Elite League over there in Sweden. But he's been a real bright spot for us, and gives our team a sense of calmness when he's in the net.
And the other side, you have Campbell, who a very high draft pick, got about 12 games, I believe, last year for the Stars. Really sort of got the fans down in Austin really excited. Do you think it's really good for him, not just to have the competition, but to have a guy with him that's been playing quite a bit over the last few years?
Yeah, I think so, and I think from Jack's perspective, there's nothing wrong with going through a little adversity too. You know, he is a high pick, and a lot of expectations go with that. But sometimes you got to go through some bumps in order to find your successes. And Jack is he's the hardest working kid we have in our organization, I think. So there's no doubt about that, and he'll battle through and he'll find a way, but these are all good learning experiences for him.
From where we're at right now as we approach the 20-game mark, who do you think, and I don't know if I necessarily want to put you on the spot, but are the guys that right now are the closest to becoming NHL regulars on this Texas Stars club?
Well, I think for me, probably up front, Cody Eakin looks like he's a player to me. He looks like he's going to do just fine at the next level. He's already got 30 games under his belt with the Washington Capitals, but I've been impressed with his game. Pretty consistent player all the way through since the start of the season. Riley Smith has a gift for the offense. You can see he makes subtle little plays, needs a little strength and maturity, but he's on the right path. There's no pressure to pull these. To pull a kid like that up right away. He's doing fine here. He's getting lots of good playing time, first power play. Vinsur has been a good player for us, is working on his consistency down here. And on the back end, you have some choices there with one of 3 guys in Jordy Ben and Brendan Dillon and the big rig back there, Jamie Alexiak, who just you can see so many good things in his game as well.
Do you think that this is very beneficial with the amount of young talent that is in because of the circumstances this year for your young prospects to get the kind of experience, not just playing on every night, but playing against the high quality and high caliber talent that they're seeing?
Well, this is the only silver lining of the terrible situation that us in the hockey world are in, is that you get to see your prospects on a nightly basis, and you get to see them playing at players like Nugent Hopkins, like Jordan Eberle, all the stars that are around the American Hockey League this year. It's great for our young kids to play against that type of competition.
Tell me a little bit about the coaching decision this year with head coach Willie Desjardins, 2 years of experience with Dallas, and then also getting the opportunity to be able to come in and work with the guy that he's worked before, Doug Lister, who has had a phenomenal NHL career and, of course, did a lot of coaching, especially with Team Canada getting the gold medal with the women's team.
We've been close to Willie the last couple seasons, and his success in junior hockey speaks for itself too. But I've gotten to know him personally the last couple years, and I don't think there was any one of us in our organization that didn't feel that he was the right man for this job. Willie's best quality is he's passionate about winning and he hates to lose. So I like that in him, and he's going to bring that to our players too. So he pushes them hard, and I'm sure it's pretty strenuous on a lot of those young kids every day, but we're going to have good players at the end result.
I haven't had a chance to talk to you prior to this point, so I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you've heard lots of reports of talking about the vision of your hockey operation is to really emphasize on development. Can you give us a little taste of what the vision is going forward with the Texas Stars, with the Idaho Steelheads, everything trying to funnel towards the Dallas Stars?
Well, I don't think there's any other way, to be honest with you. Since the new rules that have been put in place and the post lockout of the last one in 05, I think you're seeing more and more emphasis on player development. You have to maintain your picks and get the right kids into your system and have a system that helps them become players. It's hard. It's a hard league, and you can't buy your way anymore with the way the rules are. And we've seen free agency year after year look a little skinnier and skinnier. Now that may change based on where we're at, but I really believe in having that pipeline full and keep the kids coming. But we have lots of good competition now.
Joe, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming by, and best of luck in the next few games.
All right, thank you.
Joe Nieuwendyk, the Dallas Stars general manager, joining us here. It's 3-2 Grand Rapids. We're in the second intermission. Back after this with more on the Texas Stars Hockey Network.